Good morning. It is 9:30 on Monday and I'm about to have my breakfast. I have a cup of tea with a splash of milk in it, half a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of powdered, I wanted to say powdered peanut butter, I'm gonna grab the container again, powdered hazelnut butter, this one, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. It's 3:40 in the afternoon on Monday and I'm about to have dinner. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge. I mean, I know I make bowls often, but it's even more so than normal. So I have some toast, that part's normal. This part, I was volunteering on the weekend with my Dragon Boat team and we were selling food, hot drinks, soup, things like that at a race festival that we were not competing in. And we had these veggie wraps that we had ordered to sell. We also had sandwiches and things, but these veggie wraps, they were like everything we ordered. But they were quite literally just a tortilla with some vegetables inside, no condiments, no cheese, no sauce, nothing. And so nobody wanted them. And then on top of that, the tortillas themselves got super, super soggy. So there was just no way that they were going to be able to be sold. But we also didn't want to waste the food. And I like a vegetable. So I got 3 of the wraps given to me to take home and I dismantled them. The wraps could not be saved. They were so soggy, they were disgusting. But the inside, tomato, green pepper, really thinly sliced cucumber, red onion, some, what is it, lettuce, but like shredded lettuce, and baby spinach was inside of the wrap. So I pulled all of those out, put it into a frying pan to wilt down some of the things and heat up the rest of it. And then I also cooked some turkey bacon. And then I mixed it all together, and then I put in some egg that I had mixed up to make scrambled. Oh, that was the door alarm, but it sounded funny. So I was originally going to try to make it into like an omelet or something, but then it wasn't setting. I think it was just too thick. So then I just started moving it around to make it scrambled. It doesn't look very good in the picture. It's because it's partially cooled down now. And then when I was putting it into the bowl, I put sort of half of it and then I put some cheese and then I put the other half. So you can see some of the melted cheese right there. And yeah, that is it. I might put a bit of a condiment on top, maybe like some ketchup. I like ketchup with egg or some Kewpie mayo, maybe something like that, just to kind of help it out. I'm glad I didn't waste the vegetables. And I'm also glad I'm eating a whole bunch of vegetables today because the amount of vegetables that's in this was actually like a piled up bowl. One of these bowls piled up once I dismantled the wraps and pulled everything out. It's just, it looks a lot smaller once it's wilted. But I haven't been eating nearly as much vegetable or fruit as normal for me, and I miss it. But you know, like my fruit, I like to have bananas and maybe an avocado, but those things live on the counter and I'm scared to put them on the counter in case they bring back more of the ants, because I'm still fighting the ants. They're not gone yet, so I'm not putting anything that might tempt even more of them to show up. And if I don't know where to put the food, there's no point in buying the food. And yeah, and I'm also still nervous about cooking in here because of the ants. So it's like a whole thing. But anyways, for tonight, this will be my dinner. I'm very hungry, so I'm very much looking forward to it. And I also have a cup of tea brewing that I'm going to put with it. It's about 5:50 in the evening on Tuesday and I'm about to have dinner. I ordered in takeout. It's from a place called Noodle Box. So I got a spicy peanut sauce noodle and veggie dish with a spring roll, which unfortunately, due to like how it was packaged and delivery, is kind of soggy, but that's fine. I got double the vegetables, which I didn't know the other times I've had this that you can do. And when I discovered that today, I was very happy because I mean, veggies are our friends, right? So it is a huge portion. And every time I order this, not that I do it often, but every time I order it, I tell myself I'm only going to eat half and I'm going to put the rest into the fridge. And I never do. So I'm not going to put it into a bowl and make some dirty dishes and then realize I'm going to eat the whole thing and I could have just eaten it out of the container. I'm just going to eat it out of the container like some kind of a heathen, and we're just going to have to move on from that. That is their logo, in case you're ever looking for them. Yeah. Oh, and I did eat breakfast today. I had to work in office. It's the beginning of transitioning back into the office. It did not go well, which is why I'm doing takeout tonight, because I am too unbalanced to be able to cook. So I did have my regular oatmeal. I put it in a Tupperware container and I took it and I cooked it when I was there. So the half a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of the hazelnut powder, and then 1 tablespoon of the brown sugar. I forgot to take a video of it because it was so out of what my routine has become and I didn't think about it until way later. I came home from the half day absolutely shattered and basically passed out for a bit before I got up and went to physio. It has been decided to not transition back into the office quite yet because the office space has not been adjusted to accommodate for the needs of my concussion. So the rest of this week I'm going to be working from home. So hopefully that means I won't forget to record any more food. But yeah, I am looking forward to this because I haven't really eaten a lot, and that oatmeal I had was at 8 a.m. For a good portion after the workday, I wasn't feeling well enough to eat anyways, but I'm hoping that as I start to eat, I'll start to feel even better and I will be able to eat, I was gonna say a good portion of it. I am sure I will be able to eat a good portion of this. I just sort of hope it settles well, but I think it will. And if it doesn't, it's not the food's fault. It's totally the concussion's fault. So yeah, there we go. I think it looks great. Very excited for it. Happy dinner. Good morning. It is 8:30 in the morning on Wednesday, and I totally forgot to take a video clip of my oatmeal while I was still in the kitchen. I was just about to start eating it and realized, just a quick peek over there in the corner is the cat killing a toy banana, because apparently morning time is playtime. Normally he's sleeping. I just find him adorable at all times. Can I focus on him? Sorry, this is not food related. He's just super cute. Well, normally he's looking a bit cuter, and apologies for all the boxes and chaos. Back to oatmeal. So breakfast is half cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of the hazelnut powdered, I want to call it peanut butter, but it's hazelnut powder, but that sounds weird. But the hazelnut powder stuff, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I have a cup of tea, but it's on a different table, and if I swing you over to go and look at it, you're just going to get dizzy and also see my work computer, and that's a violation of so many privacy rules. And besides, you already know what tea looks like. So oatmeal and tea, and it took everything in me to not eat leftovers, which I will explain more about at dinner. It is 3:15 in the afternoon, and no, you are not having deja vu, and I am not using repeat footage. The dinner that I had last night from Noodle Box, that I did not put into a bowl, they were having a special on, so you could buy 2 and get 1 free. That sounds like I bought 3 of them, like buy 1, get 1 free. And since I was already going to be paying for like the delivery and all of like the stupid extra fees that food delivery apps charge you, I thought, why not? I never take advantage of those deals, and I always feel a little like, the downside to living alone, right? Like, is all those deals never apply to me. But I don't know. I was in a mood apparently. So now I have 2 days of a meal I can't track, and God knows what weighing day is going to have for me. But here we go. So it is the spicy noodle or spicy peanut sauce noodle dish with extra veggies. The tofu is kind of piled over to the side because when I got the delivery yesterday, I took out the tofu and I took out the spring rolls, and I put them in the fridge in a separate container than the rest of the noodles in the hopes of saving them from absorbing a bunch of the sauce and becoming like super, super soggy. It didn't really work. I mean, I tried. Some of the tofu I missed, so it was in with the noodles overnight, and then some of it I managed to get out. I did pan fry it separately from the rest of the noodle dish to try to, again, like sort of heat it up without it going like too soggy. I don't believe that it worked. Like it's a little squishy. The tofu's got a little bit more of like a firmness to it, so that might be okay. The spring roll I think is a lost cause. I mean, I'm still gonna eat it, don't get me wrong. But this is dinner. It's huge. Well, at least it looks it in this bowl because of how high it piles up, but I think it's just that I own small bowls, which I did on purpose so that I couldn't do things like this. Clearly that worked. I also have a cup of tea that is steeping that I will add a bit of milk to, and yeah, dinner. It's 6:51 in the evening. I'm not hungry, but I'm having a snack because I'm trying to wake myself up. I'm sitting here trying to work on, like, not work like the job I get paid for work, but on a personal project, and I'm literally falling asleep as I sit there. And I should not be this tired because, like, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, I worked the half day at work. It did not go well at all. I came home, I crashed only because I set a timer. Did I actually manage to get up to go to physio? I came home from physio, I ate, and then I passed out. And I was like out until about 9:30 at night. I woke up, I had a shower, I went to bed. Do you know what I mean? Like it was, and I slept. It's not like, oh, well, I had such a huge nap in the evening, I didn't sleep at night. I totally slept at night as well. So I've gotten a lot of sleep in the last 24 hours, but I'm sitting here falling asleep and I don't know what to do because I shouldn't be this tired and I have things that I have to do, so I can't just let myself curl up and have another really long nap. So I'm making a cup of tea, and I'm having this Fiber One, the lemon bar. I'm pretty sure it's the last one that I have. And honestly, it's really just habit. I was gonna grab just anything that I could find with sugar. And I came across this when I opened the cupboard, and I thought this will do, because it's either gonna help wake me up or I'm gonna end up falling asleep, and doesn't seem to be much I can do to stop it. It's just so weird. And I'm wondering if maybe it's the food, because 2 days in a row I had the same dinner, that noodle box dinner, and it was the exact same dish each time. And I don't really understand how, like, a spicy peanut sauce Asian dish noodle thing, whatever you want to call it, could be making me tired. But I don't know, it's just a funny coincidence, I suppose. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this Fiber One bar. I figure it's a better option than sugar-laden cookies, and have the tea with the caffeine, and try to at least get like an hour to 2 hours worth of work in, and I guess have an early night. I have a lot to do tomorrow, so really, even if I'm falling asleep where I'm sitting tomorrow, I'm still going to be outside falling asleep in public, so not ideal. Hopefully tonight will be the end of this weird tiredness, and for now, lemon bar and tea. Okay, I know this isn't actually an image of food, but it's the empty bowl of what I ate before filming that I was eating breakfast. So it's a little bit after 9 a.m. on Thursday. I had my regular oatmeal with the hazelnut powder. I still want to call it peanut butter. The hazelnut powder and the brown sugar mixed in with the oats in my cute little pig bowl. And I just completely spaced on recording it. I don't know why. I'm in a good routine with this, but for whatever reason today, it just didn't happen. So I finished eating it, started back at work, and then realized I didn't record it. So here's the bowl as proof I had breakfast. And I'm finally getting back to cooking vegetables in the quantity that I usually eat them at, but I only have my tiny frying pan right now, and so I've made a little bit of a mountain in it, and I'm just like, makes it look like perhaps I have made too many. What do you think? It's 4:10 in the afternoon or early evening, however you look at it, on Thursday, and I'm about to have dinner. So buried underneath of the eggs is a bowl full of cooked vegetables with some cheese on top, a little bit, you can see right there, of some Kewpie mayo, and then the 2 eggs. And then I have 2 pieces of bread with butter, except it's not butter, it's low-fat margarine, or like calorie-wise or something like that. But I always say butter even when I mean margarine. Does anybody else do that? Because saying bread and margarine does not have the same like sound appeal as bread and butter, but I never use butter. Normally I would have had it as toast, but I really just kind of wanted it as bread. So I pulled some out of the fridge to let it get to room temperature. I'm trying to get back to sort of my basics, because I feel like I've been eating a lot of treats and a lot of takeaway and a lot of dinners or meals out lately. And I didn't weigh myself this past Sunday, not because of what I had been eating, but because I was up and out of the house quite a bit earlier than normal. So it kind of, I have a routine with my weigh-in days, and I don't like to veer from it. So I just decided I would skip a week and kind of get back on track, and then we'll see what the weigh-in is next weekend. But I haven't been back on track. You've seen 2 days in a row I've been eating takeout. So today is kind of back to basics. I have my oatmeal for breakfast. I'm having veggies and protein for dinner. Yes, I'm having bread with it, but I'm going out this evening and I have the points. And I have also some Kewpie mayo that I might put on top of the eggs. I haven't decided, which is why it's not on there yet, because it's always a bit of a do I, don't I, do I, don't I. I love condiments, but the points for them do add up rather quickly. It's 5:54 in the evening, and I'm gonna have a snack. I have to leave in about I don't know. I still haven't figured out exactly the timing to get where I'm going, so maybe in a little over a half an hour or so. And I'm hungry. Like, my dinner, it was absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with it, but your girl is hungry. And I think it's because even though that is a perfectly normal portion of food that I eat for dinner, I have been overeating quite a bit. It's one thing to have like one meal that you overeat in a week, like that is completely fine. I am not judging. It's fine for everybody, in my opinion. And then you kind of go back to like your regular eating. It doesn't really change too much for anything, with you internally. But I had 2 huge meals 2 days in a row, and then I ate large meals on the weekend, and then like and then the week prior, I don't even remember anymore what I ate, but I know that there was a lot of food. And so my body has very quickly adjusted back to eating more than what it actually needs, which is like my danger zone. You know, I can very easily convince myself that something that is clearly bigger than a portion is a portion. And then when I go back to eating more normal portion sizes, and normals like in quotes, because you know, normal size, it's going to be different for everybody based on like your age and your height and your weight and stuff like that. But when I go back to eating what is considered a more appropriate portion size, it doesn't seem like enough, and I'm hungry and I have to go out and I don't want to go out hungry. So I was rooting in the cupboard trying to find something, and I found rice cakes. I do not have the original packaging. They were in a Ziploc bag. I don't know what flavor they are, so I don't have the exact point value for them. I'm going to have to Google, see if I can guess what flavor they are, and see if I can find nutritional information online. I do know that rice cakes are low in points, so whatever they are points-wise, it can't be that bad. So I'm going to eat these, have a cup of tea, and then hope that I still have enough points after eating the rice cakes that when I get home tonight and I want a cup of hot chocolate, I can. It is 10:38 in the evening on Thursday, and I feel like there's a lot happening in this little image, but there's really not. So I have some decaf tea. The bag is still in there steeping. I will add a bit of milk. I have a small amount of hot chocolate. This is more for comfort than anything else. I'm using the Compliments hot chocolate mix. So I have 2 tablespoons in there, and then not very much water. So I use a small cup because even in a small cup, I'm not filling up the entire cup. But I like it for comfort in the evenings. So the hot chocolate for comfort, and then the decaf tea because I'm still going to be thirsty. And then a snack, so some Greek yogurt for 0 points with some frozen sweet cherries on top, also 0 points. This is the very last of my cherries, so my ratio of yogurt to cherry is a little bit off from what I normally do. But it will still be lovely, and I just need to remember to buy more cherries. So yeah, this will be my sort of little hodgepodge of a snack. It's 8:20 in the morning on Friday. We've made it through another week. So glad it's Friday. I have a cup of tea and some very runny oatmeal, but as per the usual, I will let it sit for a little bit as it gets down to a temperature that I can actually eat it out without burning my mouth, and that will help it to thicken up. It is 1/2 cup, I don't know why I said it that way. It is a 1/2 cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of the hazelnut powder, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. So there we go. I really miss bananas on my oatmeal. Like I desperately miss bananas on my oatmeal, but I'm scared to buy them because in my world, bananas live on the counter, and I feel like that would just be too enticing for the ants, and I'm still in a battle to win back the place from the ants. Although they do seem to be in the bathroom more so than the kitchen, which is weird to me because there's even less things of enticement in the bathroom than the kitchen. I don't know. They seem to be coming from like the walls and cracks in the door frame that lead in between the kitchen and the bathroom, and the baseboards. So I don't know where they go when they go back underneath the baseboards, and I don't know why they bother to come out in the bathroom at all, except they're ants, so I guess pheromones that they leave each other for trails. I don't know, but yeah, so I've been scared to buy anything that I would normally have sit on the counter. So avocado, banana, like where can I store these things that will keep them safe from ants, or like also like not just keeping them safe, but keeping ants from realizing that they're here, but I can access? Because if I put them in the fridge, they go weird. But I really miss bananas. Yeah. All right, that's a problem for me to solve, not you. This is my breakfast. Happy Friday. It's 2:50 in the afternoon on Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. Truly excellent. Good job to all of us. This is going to be my dinner this evening. So it's one of those salad kits. It's the dill pickle one. And I have a 1/2 package of tofu that I heated up and cooked with sweet chili sauce. Sorry, couldn't remember. And then I have some tea steeping. So this is going to be my dinner, and then it will leave me enough points for when I get home this evening for a snack. Yeah, I don't know what that'll be. That's a later problem. For now, I'm going to dive into this yummy salad. It is 11:49 in the evening, and I am super going to regret not only having a snack right now, but being awake this late when tomorrow morning comes. Because even though tomorrow is Saturday, I have to get up at like 6:45 because I have a physio appointment at 7:30. Oh boy, but that is tomorrow's problem. This evening, I am exhausted, but in like a good way, I suppose. I have baked a cake for tomorrow for some of my friends, and I'm kind of freaking out about it attracting the ants. So I have it not on the counter here, cooling like it normally would be, but on a TV table set up like a little island in the middle of the kitchen, in the hopes that the ants won't figure out where it is. For me, I am super hungry and tired, but I can't go to sleep right away because I need the cake to cool down more so than it has before I can wrap it up for the night. So snack to help keep me awake. So I've got 2 pieces of toast and some decaf tea, and I have a bottle of water, like it's tap water, but I put it in like a Nalgene bottle because it's easier for me to carry. I don't know why. So I'm gonna chug some water, drink some decaf tea, have some toast, and I don't know, watch an episode of something while I wait for the cake to cool down and keep eyeballing the kitchen looking for ants. It is 10:36 on Saturday in the morning, and I am running late. I was up super early for a physio appointment. It was a tele physio appointment, so you know, like a video one. But I was really like, oh my god, I need to go back to bed. So I did, thinking I set the alarm to give myself enough time to get up and eat and get everything ready and go. But then I snoozed a couple times, so now I'm running late. I'm having 2 pieces of toast, my regular workday oatmeal, just because it's such like a reliable go-to that when I have to be up and out on a weekend, I like to have that again. So it's half a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of the powdered hazelnut powder, and then 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and then a cup of tea. And apologies for the clutter, but I was baking last night and my dish drying rack isn't big enough to hold everything when I bake and have extra dishes. So I've just got this stuff sitting on a towel. Well, it's dry now, but it was drying overnight. But it just means my counter has a little less space right now. So there we go. Breakfast. It's 5:38 in the evening on Sunday. It has been a very weird weekend of food. I have a friend over, so I'm having some pizza. They're just in the other room, which is why I'm actually able to record. So it's like a spicy pepperoni pizza with like honey drizzled on it. And then I'm not eating all of this. I'm just showing you because we haven't taken it out of the box yet. Cheesy bread. Extra cheesy bread, because of course there was like a deal with Panico, so I have an absolutely massive pizza in my kitchen. I'm hoping that they take home leftovers.